This TikToker claims she was almost kidnapped by a Lyft driver. Her story is currently going viral on social media.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Hey guys, so I'm making this video to spread awareness. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Yesterday, I almost died jumping out of a moving Lyft because the Lyft driver was trying to kidnap me.
Those bruises look crazy.
So I work at the Clinton Outlets in Connecticut. If you live in Connecticut, you know the Clinton Outlets is exit 63. I live in New Haven, Connecticut, which is about 30-minute ride. When I got a female driver, I was so happy, y'all, so happy. And the crazy thing about it is Lyft had gave me a female driver, and then Lyft switched it and gave me another female driver.
Okay.
Because she was closer. Yesterday, Lyft gave me a notification saying, okay, your ride is outside. So, I got my things ready, got my bag. I went outside. I the license plate, the car, the driver, everything matched the picture on Lyft. Everything was correct. Okay. The driver, she had like this accent. I can tell she was foreign. Before we got off exit 63, she was on the phone with some man. And she was like explaining to them what I was wearing. I didn't think too much of it because first she was speaking another language.
It says there in the caption, it sounded like Turkish.
I don't know what she was speaking on the phone with this man. The language she was speaking, it sounded like she was from the Middle East, but she said something in English when she was on the phone with the man, which is weird because she was speaking another language, and then all of a sudden she started to say dark skin, red sweater. When she said red sweater, dark skin. When she said red sweater, dark skin, I had on a red sweater and I'm dark skinned. So she was describing whoever she was on the phone with, she was describing me to that person.
What do you guys think of this so far? Comment down below, please, as soon as possible, because of course I'm going to give my take pretty soon here. What do you guys think of this story so far?
What I was wearing, how I looked, which was weird. I did not think too much of it because I was about to be to work. I was almost to my destination. Right. So you know what? Even though I was nervous, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just let God handle the rest. I'm about to be to my destination. I'm gonna just let her take me to my destination. But we got off exit 63.
All right, let me be clear about my initial reaction real quick, because I just have to do this. I think this story's bullshit. And listen, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, oh, that's effed up, Chisha. You really believe that? Yes. And I hope I'm right, because I hope that I'm not wrong and this is actually a true story. But I lean towards this story being fake. And if I'm wrong, that means I've been successfully desensitized to these types of videos. And we can thank people like the infamous Brick Lady for that. The woman with pretty much the exact same story and was able to scam thousands of people out of $40K in GoFundMe money before she got caught and charged with theft by deception. And that's when she had to drink coffee. Yeah, so this chick goes on to talk. And so while this chick is telling her story about what happened, all of a sudden this video cuts randomly out of nowhere to this next video.
Okay, so I'm back to finish the story. I'm so sorry, y'all. I could not finish the video the other
caption said 2 months later.
day. I was not right emotionally. I had a lot on my plate. The incident happened. That is why my face looks better. But the damage is already done. The trauma is still there. Let me finish the story. Okay, so we got off exit 63.
Right.
The Lyft driver, she had to turn left to get to my destination once you get off exit 63. The Lyft driver had her left turn signals on. Mind you, she had her left turn signals on. So even she knew she had to turn left. Even the GPS told her she had to turn left. Guess what she did?
What?
She ended the ride and got back on the highway.
No.
We were almost to my destination. She got back on.
Let me find out this story's real and I'm over here being sarcastic. It could be. In that case, blame the fake victims.
The highway while I was still in the car. I'm like telling her, ma'am, you passed my destination. What are you doing? This lady did not say nothing. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? She told me to shut up She didn't have to tell me nothing else. I jumped out that car so fast. I jumped out the car while it was moving. That shit hurt so bad. I thought I was going to die because she was going fast. Like, you know, when somebody's trying to kidnap you, they try to go fast. They try to like get away with it fast. That's how fast she was going while I was jumping out the car. You know, that day, I thought I was never going to see my mom again. I thought I was never going to see my dad again.
This sounds like a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie.
I thought it was it. Like, it felt like a movie, y'all. It felt like I was in a movie. Like, I keep replaying the scenario in my head. When I jumped out the car, all I can remember is holding my head. I was bleeding out my head. I was bleeding in my other parts of the body, but it was mainly in my head. And I was holding my head while I was walking to the plaza because I needed to go somewhere where there was a lot of people, just in case she tried to come back and, you know. So I just walked to the plaza. It literally took me like 10 seconds. That's when I called the cops. Mind you, this incident happened a couple days before my birthday. I thought I wasn't going to make it home to spend time with my family.
You know why I think she brought up her birthday? She brought up her birthday because when she hits him with the GoFundMe link, then their emotions were to be so tied into wanting what's best for her, which is what she deserves. How horrible for this to happen on her birthday. Again, that's me assuming that I'm right about her being a scammer.
For my birthday. Like, I really thought that I was going to die. Tell me why, while I was walking to the plaza, it was so many cars out there. Nobody stopped for me. Nobody asked me if I was okay. Luckily, I had the sense to call 911 myself. But what if I couldn't call 911? Who gonna call 911 for me? You see what I mean? If I see somebody just jump out the car, if I see somebody bleeding out their head, crying, walking to the plaza, I'm gonna stop the car and ask them if they're okay. Especially if it's a young girl like me. Clearly, I just went through hell. So the fact that none of the cars stopped for me, they was all looking, y'all. When the cops came, the paramedics came. I got in the ambulance and I was transported to Yale New Haven Hospital all the way from Clinton. Okay. Mind you, I didn't even realize I was losing my memory until the paramedics asked me what my age was. I couldn't answer. I didn't even know how old I was. That's how bad my memory was functioning. I think it's because I was going through so much trauma.
Or maybe it's because memory loss is a perfect excuse once people start trying to put together pieces of your story and realizing that there's some shit that just doesn't seem right.
He asked me how old I was. I didn't even know. But then I remembered, wait. He asked me when my birthday was. And I'm like, wait, my birthday's coming up. I said to him, June 25th, 2001. Like, I was so uncertain.
All right, so here she has a post. It says, my medical bills totaled up to $16,000, all because of Lyft. Yale Hospital charged me $11,000 for all the tests I had to perform the day I was transported to the hospital after I jumped out the car. My insurance cannot cover everything. I have no choice but to pay out of pocket. I'm afraid they may deny me proper health care simply because I can't pay my medical bills. All right. Of course, we've got the GoFundMe coming here, it sounds like. Goes on to say, I've been in the hospital back to back because of this situation and even took medical leave from my job. My bruises on my face healed, but my head injury is not improving. In fact, it's worse. I can't sleep at night or lay on a certain part of my head because it hurts. I have 4 scars total on my body that did not heal, even though it's been over a month. I am still dealing with massive trauma. The medicine the doctor prescribed me does not help. Only thing that keeps me going is God. And you're bringing God into it, ma'am. Anyways, listen, we're hoping that I'm right here. Joshua and 1, she's put the verse there. She put the verse there. It says, Joshua 1:9 says, do not be afraid. Do not be struck with terror or fear. Jehovah God is with you wherever you go. If this is a scam, the fearlessness of her and stupidity to put God's name and use a Bible verse in this whole thing is wild. Now, for those of you who were thinking, there's no way people are falling for this. And again, I'll keep on saying this. I hope I'm wrong here. What followed next were a bunch of comments proving that yes, women, especially, and some men, but mostly women, are in fact believing this TikToker. Here are a few comments. First commenter says, I would sue Lyft until every last light in their building shuts down. I'm so happy you're safe. God bless you, with the exclamation mark. Somebody else here says, thank God you're okay. You should get a lawyer and sue. Lyft needs to pay for your medical bills. Probably getting the attention of Lyft as well, so they're probably inclined to do further check into this story. Somebody else here says, I do Lyft/Uber as a side hustle. Women always ask how do they request the same driver because they feel safe with me. This is heartbreaking, but thank God for covering you with praying hands, and you're now safe. Another chick here says, all praise to God that you are still here with us. Lately, I've been getting a bad feeling about Lyft. 9,000 plus. All these comments have thousands of likes, including the top one that had 55,000 people who believe this chick. And that's not all. Can you guess what came next? Yes, like I thought earlier, came the GoFundMe link, which in less than 24 hours has already raised over $2,500 of her $12,000 goal. I will say this, if this whole thing ends up being exposed as a scam, then at least we can admit that she's a lot less greedier than the brick lady who thought she was going to run off with 40K of other people's money. Typically, this is when platforms like the Shade Room will do what they did for the brick lady and share her story so that she gets more visitors to her link and also more donations. Unfortunately for this chick, though, she's not so lucky. Why? Because people are already calling BS on her story, and it's not just me.
So usually I don't do this. I grew a lot. I'm not drama or nothing like that, but I just can't sit and watch. This came to my spirit. I can't sit and watch somebody scam people that I know is a scammer. This girl, when I was sick in a hospital in ICU, she scammed me for $1,350.
What?
I have proof, messages, everything. She's a scammer. She'll do anything, say anything to get $1. I mean, say anything. She will do anything. Like, she's sold me these same stories before.
Well.
And scammed me out of $1,350. So be very careful with this story that sound so believable. And even
Not really. No, it doesn't.
if it is, may God bless her. I don't wish bad on nobody. I would never wish death on nobody. But at the end of the day, she's a known scammer. I'm from New Haven. So she make a fool like, TikTok and social media, but I know her personally, and she's known for scamming. Plenty of people could back this up. Plenty of people know her. And if y'all go down to my page from like 2 years or last year, you will see that I had blasted her before for scamming. Like, this is what she's known for in New Haven.
Sounds familiar, right? The exact same story. This is the exact same story of the brick lady. She was caught scamming before, been exposed. No one believed it until that one time she decided to go for a bigger bag.
She owe a lot of people money in New Haven. So be very careful when you guys are sending your hard-earned money to this girl. Story may sound sad. Story may sound believable. Anybody could come to social media and start crying, saying something happened to them for money, and be saying that she may have made, I don't know. But like I said, it came to my spirit to put this out there so people could know. This girl, Drea, is a scammer. She scams real, and she owes a lot of us money in New Haven. So you TikTokers, be safe and be easy when y'all sending this girl money, because she has a GoFundMe. This is scam. This whole thing screams scam. She did this to me before. This is a scam. I'm sorry.
So this is the real victim right here. This chick is the real victim who's gotten scammed before. She's the one who needs that $2,500, probably more by now.
I just can't watch people get scammed out of money. People work hard for their money. So y'all be careful, because I had to learn the hard way.
This next woman found this whole situation suspicious and posted this video with the caption, "Me, after hearing the Lyft driver's story, something just really sounds a bit off." She's victim blaming, some other people said, which led this woman who admitted something seemed really off about that whole story to respond to the believers. Check it out.
Y'all have to stop believing everything that y'all seeing here on this internet. My problem with this whole story is, whether it's true or not, there is somebody right now that is actively getting death threats behind the video that this woman chose to make. And she has posted all these receipts and has yet to confirm or deny whether this woman who is now being attacked is the actual driver or not.
Whoa. Okay, so the woman she posted a woman. She did in fact post a woman. This is the woman who she posted and claimed was the Lyft driver during the incident. And here's some more proof from the chick who's calling the Lyft lady a well-known scammer, where she comes from, showing proof that she actually has a habit of trying to scam people.
So if y'all see here, this was in 2022. This girl was the same girl. That's her name. Can't really tell. But anyway, this is the same girl. We was cool, and she scammed me, as I stated in the last video. So she has a GoFundMe going around. So I just want y'all to be aware, and I want y'all to see the proof. So this is in 2022. So it's not like I'm just making this up. I would never do that. But yeah, y'all have to be very careful when y'all send it. She did the same thing to me, crying, moping, sobbing, and it's a lie. She probably made those bruises from makeup. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is this. This is, the story don't even add up. It don't even make sense. And I'm not questioning nobody's story, but come on. 1 + 1 always equals 2. And this sound like 1 plus something else. It ain't adding up. So at the end of the day, I just want y'all to be very careful and just spread this so people can know. People work hard for their money. And I just don't want nobody else to get scammed. Because see, I let the money situation go with me. I left it to God. But you got to pray for people in their mental health. She's suffering from mental illness. And it's clear and it shows. So this is what y'all can see. Y'all can even go to my page, look at so many people saying that she owes them money as well.
Hey, that was a pretty good point. Looks like there's a woman here who may be suffering from mental illness. Now, at what point does that become willful ignorance, deliberately trying to spread misinformation, deceit, scamming people out of their money? There's no doubt that the brick lady also had some mental issues going on with herself. But I think part of that is these chicks just not being very honest, trustworthy people. I'll say one thing about these chicks. When I see a black woman who is using a scam method and deceptively using the sisterhood as leverage to profit off their false story, I understand that that person knows their victims very well. They know that they will always blindly believe a woman, especially if she looks like them, despite all the proof all around that it's a scam. Many of these women don't seek a second opinion, especially for men. In the last situation, they blamed black men for causing that violent situation, which never happened. By the way, they don't listen to other people. These are the people donating. They'll argue with you until, of course, it's too late. We didn't hear any apology from platforms like the Shade Room, a bunch of other mainstream medias that believed that first story. And I don't think they'll be sharing this chick's video because of how crazy this story sounds. But of course, guys, I'm curious to know what you think. What's really sad is it's exactly the type of people who are willing to lie, especially when it comes to women, because they know that they could tap into that emotion. Of course, I'm talking about the panders included here. All those people make it very hard for the real victims and the women out here who really need help at the end of the day. Listen, as always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.